Hello and welcome to Tell the People, a program about our Catholic faith with news and information in and around the Catholic Diocese of Lafayette. I'm Stephanie Bernard. In today's show, Deacon Tim Maragos interviews Martha Gano about Catholic Relief Services. Father Michael Champine's talk in this segment, What It Means to Be Catholic, will be the faith that we believe. And in a conversation with Bishop Michael Jarrell, Monsignor Richard Green interviews Bishop Jarrell about Mission Sunday and now Catholic news on this October 21st weekend. The Lafayette Diocesan Office of Vocations will host a vocation supper for young women at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday, October 24th. The supper will be held at Bishop Michael Jarrell's residence in Lafayette. It is customary for a pastor, deacon, or religious member accompany 1 to 2 candidates to the vocation supper. If the young person is under the age of 18 and is the only candidate being sponsored, a parent or other family member over the age of 18 must also attend. Space is limited and pre-registration is required. For further details, please call the Office of Vocations at 261-5690. The Central Region of the Diocese of Lafayette will present Food for the Journey on Tuesday, November 6th at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Lafayette. The speaker will be Father Thomas Voorhees, pastor of Saints Peter and Paul Parish in Scott. His presentation will begin at 12 noon. An optional buffet lunch is also available beginning at 11:30 a.m. for the cost of $12 per person. Food for the Journey is a monthly lunchtime speaker series designed to help Catholics live out their faith in their daily lives. For more information, visit www.centralregiononline.org. A grief presentation entitled Mending the Torn Fabric will be held on Thursday, November 8th. This year's presentation will be hosted by St. Michael's Church in Crowley, and the meeting will be held from 6:30 to 8 p.m. inside the parish hall. The presentation will feature Dr. Sarah Brabant as the speaker. She is the author of the book Mending the Torn Fabric for those who grieve and those who want to help them. All are invited to attend the presentation, and there is no cost or registration required. Those seeking hours and/or credits for catechist certification, continuing education may attend. The holiday season can be a difficult time for those who are grieving. For further information, call 258-0073. All married couples are invited to join those of the St. Anne Parish community in Youngsville at 7 p.m. on Friday, November 9th for a special marriage enrichment opportunity. Husband and wife spiritual directors Robin and Easton Abair will offer a presentation describing their personal journey through the heartaches and disillusionment of self-centeredness into the joy and liberation found in God's very heart. Through their own commitment to living out God's plan for marriage, they have built a ministry of mentoring those who prepare for marriage and also those who desire to live the sacrament more fully. Couples who are interested in attending should contact the St. Anne Parish Rectory office at 856-8212 to reserve their seats. Coming up next, Deacon Tim Maragos interviews Martha Gano about Catholic Relief Services.
Hello and welcome to the interview segment of Tell the People. I'm Deacon Tim Maragos from Our Lady of Fatima Parish in Lafayette, and I'm proud to be speaking this today with Martha Gano from Catholic Relief Services. Martha, just that could lead me into all kinds of questions. First, talk about what Catholic Relief Services is and what you do for it.
Well, thank you for letting me be here. I work for Catholic Relief Services, and as Catholics in the United States, it's our agency, and we do, as the church, we work in 100 countries overseas, and we work with the poorest of the poor. We work alongside the church, the local Catholic church there. That is our first partner. We work with other non-governmental organizations. So part of it is to bring the gospel by our actions to the world. And then we also, CRS, or Catholic Relief Services, we engage the American Catholic in living in solidarity with their brothers and sisters overseas, and try to bring about the universality of our faith and making it very real for what we are doing overseas.
And your particular role in this organization is what?
I work in the regional office in Atlanta. Our international headquarters is in Baltimore, but there's 5 regional offices, and the Southeast is located in Atlanta. I work there with 6 other people, and we work with the 31 dioceses in the Southeast in terms of engaging Catholic community to let them know about the great work our church is doing overseas.
Now, when you say that this is the church's presence, you mean that this is quite literally an official arm of the bishops, don't you?
Yes, we are under the USCCB, under the bishops. We have the majority of our board is bishops. It used to be all bishops. We now have some laity on the board. But we are kind of the official humanitarian effort of the American Catholic Church under the bishops. When we started 70 years ago, it was priests and bishops who wanted to take care of war-torn Europe. And so that's kind of how we started out. And then we went from relief work, we kind of progressed into development work. So we not only come in and out when there's a catastrophic event, but we stay and we partner with the local church and we journey with the people.
I guess maybe a prominent example that most people down here would be familiar with the earthquakes in Haiti.
Right.
We have a local priest who, from our diocese, who runs a mission there, who comes back. So a lot of the Catholics here know about Haiti. Catholic Relief Services not only was a presence after the earthquake, but had been there for a long time before, right?
Right. We'd been there for close to 50 years. Haiti, as you know, is a very strong Catholic country. And so we have worked in partnership with the 10 bishops, and 11 bishops, but the 10 dioceses that are in Haiti. And we actually partnered with them this last June and had a Haiti conference we call it Build Back Better. And so we are working in different areas with the different departments of the Catholic Church down there, and really being seen as a concerted effort. The American Catholic was very generous through CRS to Haiti, and we continue to work with the development of it, and not just go in and, you've heard the saying of teach a person to fish, don't just give them a fish. Well, CRS really does a little bit more than that. We make sure they have a pond, and we make sure they have fish in the pond, and they make sure that there's a fishing pole. And we don't understand that sometimes the depth of poverty is so great that we assume that everyone, like around here in Louisiana, has a place to go fishing. That's not true. That's not true in a lot of the world. And so CRS really not only empowers, but just lifts up the people. And we base everything we do on Catholic social teaching.
So I know that you look to the Catholic here in Lafayette and Louisiana in the United States for monetary support for this, but and obviously that's vital, but how else does this give Catholics here an opportunity to participate?
Well, as you know, 94% of every dollar goes to direct programming. We're considered one of the best NGOs, non-governmental organizations in the world, under Forbes at least. So we're very, very cognizant of people giving to us and us using it wisely. The ways we try to engage the American Catholic is through programs, resources. We have an education part of our website that catechists or teachers in Catholic schools can go to if they're looking at a global issue. We have Operation Rice Bowl, which we're changing the name next year to CRS Rice Bowl. And a lot of people don't realize that the funds that they give for the Rice Bowl, 25% of that will stay in the Lafayette Diocese, you know, whatever diocese you were in, and it's meant to go to serving the poor there. The other one is really advocacy in terms of it, of working with our church, not only on all pro-life issues, and we look at the dignity of the human person and try to engage our legislative leaders of really being good, faithful citizens, not just every 4 years when we vote, but really looking, are we balancing the budget, but making sure, as the bishops say, that we're not balancing the budget on the backs of the poor.
Martha, we've already run out of time, but I thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And we want to thank you all for watching. Invite you to stay tuned for more on Tell the People.
Thank you, Deacon Tim and Martha. Coming up next, Father Michael Champagne's talk. In this segment, what it means to be Catholic.
Good morning and welcome to What It Means to be Catholic. During this month of October, we're treating an introduction to the year of faith. We just began October the 11th, just 2 short weeks ago, the beginning of this special year dedicated by Pope Benedict XVI to a deepening and a cultivation of our Catholic faith. And we gave a little introduction about the year of faith, and then also last time about the new evangelization, because presently in Rome there is a synod going on, an ordinary synod of bishops from throughout the world that have been invited by our Holy Father to speak about the new evangelization for the transmission of the faith. How do we hand on what we've received from the Lord down the centuries? And each of us has a responsibility before God to live out our baptismal consecration. So we reflected on that last time. Today we want to look at the difference between faith, objective faith, and subjective faith, and want to look particularly about subjective faith and speak about that this time, and next Sunday look at objective faith. We have objective faith, which is that which God has revealed in Jesus Christ. First and foremost, it is His Son, our blessed Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God and Son of Mary. So the content of our faith, or what we call our Catholic faith, is first and foremost Jesus Christ. All that He is in His person, all that He has revealed, what He has said, His words and deeds. So that's the content of the faith. And we call that objective faith, the faith to which we adhere, the faith to which we assent. And we call that this fide in Latin, fides quo, the faith to which we believe, and the faith that we believe. We also have what we call subjective faith, and that subjective faith is this interior gift and power that